Hey man, how you doing, my gins? Um, yeah. So there's a lot of talk about vampires lately. By the way, if it's your first time joining my channel, my name is Lucifer, also known as Seth. Business and spiritual consultant. There's a couple flies in here. I don't want to kill them. They're my friends. I don't care. They'll die in a couple days anyway from not eating. So they'll die from starvation, so I don't really need to kill them. Um, you know, so like I said before, by the way, business and spiritual consultant. If it's your first time joining my channel, if you feel more comfortable calling me Seth, you may do so, but I would feel more comfortable if you called me Lucifer. Now, with that said, there is a lot of talk in the ether about vampires. There's a lot of talk in the ether about, you know, vampires, right? Because there's more than one kind of vampires, and I'm not talking about like Strigoi and Dracul. I'm talking about there's energy vampires, there's porphoric hemophiliac vampires and psychic vampires. I'm a vampire too. I am a energy vampire. And there's no vampire that's better than the other, right? Except when you're talking about Don Peels. Now, Don Peels is a whole other ball game, and in what I understand is from the vampire culture, is that Don Peels are very highly regarded, right? Like they're very highly regarded. Don Peels is kind of like the cream of the crop, right? But for not the same reasons that a normal vampire would be considered the cream of a crop, right? Um, but anyway, psychic vampires are mostly seen as being a bit more negative than other vampires because psychic vampires actually willingly feed off of your life force. They feed off not just your energy, they feed off of your life force. So that's why some people have a negative, it has a negative connotation to it, right? And then there's the porphoric hemophiliacs, that actually do partake in blood drinking, right? Of course, responsibly and moderately, but that's in a whole other ball game that I'm not part of, and I don't know. There might be, if but from what I heard, they drink responsibly. um you know But then there's the energy vampire. This is what I know more of, and I can quite clearly say that it's not necessarily a bad thing to be. I believe that everybody has a bit of vampirism in them. Everybody are energy vampires in, well, some people, a lot of people might be energy vampires and they don't know it. They have no idea. Um, but, like in my case, some people might be like, well, you take people's energy. That's a bad thing. Not really. Not really. Um, I just take whatever I need. I just take whatever I need. I don't take more than what I need. If I take whatever I need, you're not even gonna feel it. You're not even gonna notice. You won't even notice. You know what I mean? So I don't really feel bad about doing that. And I need it. And not only am I the kind of vampire that will feed off of your energy, I will also give you energy. You know, I can also transform someone into a vampire. Because I'm a king vampire. You know what I mean? Well, actually, I'm a Don Peel too. Um, I'm what I'm what some people would consider a Don Peel. You know, I have all the strength of a vampire and none of the weaknesses, allegedly. You know, which I don't think is true. I don't think it's true. I don't think I don't have any of the weaknesses, but that's not the only reason why somebody's considered a Don Peel, because you know it's about energy, right? If you can if you have positive and negative energy in you and you know how to use both, then you're basically what is considered to be a Don Peel. So that's why a lot of vampires consider the Don Peels to be on that higher echelon, because there's not a lot of vampires that can use both, right? And you have to. It's not impossible for someone to be a Don Peel, but it almost is, because it's a lifestyle thing. You know, it's a lifestyle. It's an accident, right? It's a unhappy for some, and it's a happy accident for some. You know, um, but it is possible, because I don't want anybody to feel like, oh well, I want to be a Don Peel. Well, yeah, you not really. You don't really want to be a Don Peel. You can do whatever you want. There's enough power in vampirism in itself to not have to want to be a Don Peel. You know, it's just Don Peel is an accident. You know, it's not. It wasn't on purpose. You know, most people, if they would choose to latch onto their humanity, they would latch onto their humanity. And a lot of people, if they choose to latch on to vampirism or dark energy, they would just latch on to dark energy. So when you're Don Peel and you have humanity, you still have some humanity in you, and you can't actually use dark energy. That's a complete accident. You know, it's because of how you were thinking in your life, or how you blah 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 blah. So I don't want to say too much. I probably did already, you know. But energy vampires, like I said before, I don't consider myself to be a bad vampire. You know, like I blatantly say it. You know, I talk about energy all the time. There's some people I talk about energy all the time, and I talk about it so much that some people are kind of like, well, what do you mean by energy? Like, you know, the energy, man. You need energy, bro. And it's good for me at the same time, because I'm a motivational speaker and I try to motivate people, you know. So it's a good thing for me to know how energy flows. You know, it's a good thing for me to see where energy goes. You know, as a business person and as a motivational speaker, as a business and spiritual consultant, as a life coach, you know, it's good for me to understand how energy functions. You know, because it's very important. Energy dictates everything in your life. You know, like you might wake up today and be like, okay, today is going to be the best day of my life. And then the energy goes somewhere else, and it's not on, you know, the energy is not trying to listen to all of that. And the energy is like, nah, today's not the best day of your life. Today is something else, you know. And no matter what effort you put into the day to try to make this day the best day of your life, it's just not going to happen, because the energy is somewhere else, you know. So energy is very important. A lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people can't see it, but once you understand it and you see it, you're kind of like, man, you know, you I mean, you can control certain aspect of your life, but there's just some things sometimes that you can't control. It's out of your control. You can't, you know, there's no matter how hard you try, it's just not gonna happen, you know. And that sucks, you know, because then you understand that you're kind of like this minuscule speck of dust in the vastness of the universe. And you know, like, energy is what rules. You know, energy is it really is the thing that rules the world, and you don't rule shit. You know, you know, like, you can just use the energy, and if the energy dictates that you can use it today or not, then you're the fucking lucky one. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's a flip of a coin. You know, but for sorcerers, magician, laws of attraction people, they tend not to care about that shit because you got to keep trying. You can't give up. You got to keep trying it. You gotta keep showing up to the rendezvous. You know what I mean? You got to keep showing up. So if they, you're trying to get your energy up, you can't find anybody to feed on, it's not your fault. It just wasn't your day. It just wasn't your day, bro. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't. If you keep trying, it's gonna look. You're gonna remove your energy. You're gonna spend the energy that you didn't want to spend, and then you're gonna give your energy to things that you don't want to give energy to, and then it's gonna be like this vicious circle of bullshit. So it is what it is. Just let it happen and try the next day. Just let it happen. Try the next day, and whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. I think I've said enough. That's it for me. You know, please subscribe to my channel. Have a good one. Peace out.